Ever since I was a little kid, my dad used to tell me that I was a failed vasectomy baby. And it's okay, you can laugh. He would just kind of joke about like that he had a failed he'd had a vasectomy and then my mom got pregnant with me, so like obviously it failed. I'm from Southwest Missouri originally, so it'd come out something like this. He'd say I was a failed vasectomy baby and he'd be like, you know, I had the surgery and then you happened. Goddamn science. So that's how it happened. My parents had a really rocky marriage, if you couldn't tell. And so like in my teens, I started taking my mom out for Father's Day, you know, because she was the real MVD. And when I was like 24, I took my mom out for Father's Day. I got her like a copy of, you know, the collector's edition of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And we're having lunch, and I got all existential. And you know how you get stoned and you take your mom to like Fazoli's? And you get stoned. And I was just like, you know, Mom, it's really weird, this whole like failed vasectomy thing. Like, what if it hadn't failed and like I wasn't born? And she got really like, what? And I was like, you know, Dad had a vasectomy and like it failed because like you got pregnant with me. And she would just look dumbfounded. She was like, that didn't happen. Like your dad had 2 vasectomies because he was kind of a fertile myrtle, but they didn't happen until after you were born. You were like 3. And she's like, why would he tell you that? Why did he think it was funny? And we were both kind of like, well, that's the person that's in our family. You know, she kind of did that thing where she like, looked up in the corner of her mind, like trying to remember, like, why did I marry that person? You know, because they'd been divorced for quite a while at this point, so we both weren't very surprised. Like, my dad was a pretty shitty person. Like, he still is, but I don't talk to him that much. But, like, he was very, like, verbally abusive to us kids and was, like, their marriage was falling apart when it had started. And I'd always assumed that my birth had, like, added to that because, like, you know, they didn't want to have more kids, and then they had more kids, and mistakes were made, you know. So, like, you think overall, like, I would feel betrayed and, like, pretty child abuse that this was a joke that was told to me on the constant. But, like, here's the thing that I'm mad about, is that it's easy to live life when you think that you're a mistake. Like, you're like, oh, I'm not even supposed to be here today. Right? Like, maybe, you know, I'm getting past due messages about my bills, I'm failing my college classes. It's cool, I'm not supposed to be here. That's fine. But like, here's the part that I'm really mad at is like, now I have to live on purpose. And I'll never forgive him for that.